Hi, Mike with you here. Benedict, Nursia, his message for today. Believe it or not, we're going to talk about the lone TV series, Solitary Confinement. And we're just, this book has you reading, and there'll be certain sentences that, oops, and I picked a page where I didn't highlight, but you can see pen marks anyway. So I thought I'd share one that today that's in this. This is page 51. Pascal once said, all the unhappiness of man arises from one single fact, that they cannot stay quietly in their own chamber. And what he's saying here is basically we can't stand ourselves. We have so many unresolved conflicts and whatever that it causes a problem. If we were to learn again today how to stay in our room, to endure and to resist the temptation to constant movement, we could sense how many things within us are made more clear, how we can get at the root of our problems, and how we can discover where our healing can begin. So this, very evident in this Alone TV series, where they drop like 10 people somewhere in a fairly harsh survival situation, and they picked a time of year that they'll be going into winter. So the game doesn't last forever, because people are going out. The last one is $500,000, but one of the things that you can see in that show is this intense problem with being alone, without having human compassion, human interactions, without something to distract you, like cell phones or books or whatever. And so these people experience it. And it's pretty severe for some people. Last week's show, someone talked about it and said they couldn't do it anymore, and they tapped out. But this idea, and what do we do with criminals that we really, they really want to punish them? Well, solitary confinement. They get forced into a situation where there's no human interaction, and they're in the cell, of course, literally, that's kind of small, and it doesn't have a magazine rack, or a Wi-Fi connection, or tabletop computer. It's just you. And Saint Benedict, at one point in his life, purposely isolated himself for 3 years in a cave. You can actually go and see the cave, although it's kind of a church built over at a monastery or whatever. But this idea of being alone with your own thoughts. There was a book title once that was that said this for it. One of the parts of the title said, the test of a man's soul is when he is alone with God. And so this idea, everything you've kind of suppressed is going to come up into your mind, because you don't have these constant distractions. You're not, you're not doing things that give you the ephedrine boost or whatever, or dopamine and things. You're not drinking. You're alcohol. You're not doing drugs, or all kinds of different things. Reading, Facebooking, and all these things that are the modern, or the demands of other people. All of those things become absent, and then the mind, my car's can you hear it locking and unlocking? I don't know exactly what causes it, but it does it even with the power out. But so this idea of being alone with only yourself and with God, but you can look at it from a secular point of view too, and you just see this sort of things that it's very hard for people to be alone, people to be with themselves. Just all of these problems come up. You start thinking about, things that happened in your childhood, things that happened at different periods of your lives, or even some of the worries and concerns you have with whatever situation you've left, whether that's, at family, friends, or whatever, and you're in this isolation. And I guess to me that that was where Benedict came to understand more about human nature. So there you go. Can you stand to be alone with yourself? Maybe, maybe not.